Hey guys, it's GameStack Hunter and welcome to my August video game monthly pickups. These are the games that I actually held on to and made it into my collection and will wind up on my wall. I got a bunch of good stuff and I can't wait to show you. Some of it I picked up on eBay, some of it I got on Craigslist, some of it I got on thrift stores, some of it I got in pawn shops, and a lot of it I got at garage sales. So some of it you've seen, some of it you have not. I go through a lot of games. I keep what I want and I get rid of the rest and sell it so I can make money to go out and get more. And that's kind of how it works. And usually I have more cash than I started with. So let me get started and show you. The very first thing that I'm going to show you is the Game Boy, the original Game Boy that I picked up. Now, I got this for $12. I'm not going to go over the prices with everything because I can't remember everything. But I do remember I paid 12 bucks for this. Or was it 10 maybe? And I got the Game Boy. And I got Dr. Mario and Tetris. The two favorite games of mine for the Game Boy when I was a kid, believe it or not, were both Dr. Mario and Tetris. Now, I would love to have Metroid and all the other Mario games and everything like that. So when I see them, I'm definitely going to hold on to them. But at this point, I'm not actively pursuing them. I am going on a trip in November for work. And while everybody else is using their phones and their laptops and their tablets and watching movies and everything, I'm going to be going old school on the plane, and I'm very excited about it because I'm going to do some serious Tetris action, serious Dr. Mario. So, that's what I got for that. I'm just going to work my way up, I guess. The next thing that I got was Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color. And I never played this game, so at some point I'm going to go ahead and get it. The only thing, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Game Boy Advance SP, and then because it plays these, and then play it on that. But I definitely held on to this because I know it's an awesome game, and I checked it, the battery works and everything, so it's great. And the next game that I got was for the Game Boy Advance, which is Donkey Kong Country. And I'm a big fan of the Donkey Kong series. I have all of them. I don't have Tropical Freeze because the price hasn't dropped yet for the Wii, but I'm watching it and I will eventually have that in my collection as well. The next set of games that I got, since we're just starting out with the handhelds and working our way up, is I got Cars Mater National Championship Complete. And I got this for my son. He's 3.5. Almost, he's going up. Actually, he's coming up on 4. So I figured this would be great for him. I'm actually going to get him a DS and let him play this. So really excited about that for him. And then I got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Complete. I think I paid maybe $1 for it. Really excited. This is actually got both Mario and Sonic. I'm a big fan of both. And it looks like there's a bunch of little mini games, so I can't wait to play this. And then I got Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. If you've played this on Xbox or the PlayStation 2, it's a fantastic game. And then they're also remaking it for the newer generation consoles. But in the meantime, if you can get your hands on it, I'm pretty sure they're under 20 bucks. And I know the Xbox, the versions of them actually play on the 360. And if you want a fun game, graphics aren't so great, but it's still really cool, and it was something different for Star Wars. So you may want to check that out. I enjoy playing this a lot on the other consoles, and I'm glad I have it on handheld now. The next game that I got was Sonic Rush, as you guys know, and I say over and over again, I'm a big collector and fan of Sonic, so I had to add this to my collection. And then the same with Mario, New Super Mario Bros. Now, I had the case for this, and I managed to get the game, but I held on to the case previously from someone who just was going to throw it away. So now I have a complete version of it, and I'm really excited about that as well. The next thing I got, now this, I did not get the Vita this month because I already have the Vita, but I did pay only $60 for my Vita. But the first thing I did was I got online and I ordered the PlayStation Vita Vault case. Now, if you have a PlayStation Vita, I highly recommend. I went on eBay and I bought this because I wanted it so bad. And you won't find it in the wild for the most part. And this is the part of the Amazon Essentials portion, I guess. I don't know if they're all the vaults are that way, but I think I paid like 15 bucks, something like that for it. And it is just a tank. I mean, I literally feel, number one, it's got the padding for your screen when it's closed. It's got a place to hold a memory card, and you can hold a couple games. So when you're traveling, you know, it doesn't have a place for the charger, unfortunately, but it's more about protection. This thing right here, I literally feel like I could walk around the corner and throw this down the stairs and let it tumble and tumble and tumble, and it will survive. It's really hard shelled. It feels very sturdy. I literally just feel like my Vita is safe in there, and I probably should be a salesman for this thing because it's amazing. If you have a Vita, grab one of these if you want to keep your Vita forever, because it'll protect it. Alright, now we'll move on to some of the retro stuff that I picked up. We'll start out with the Genesis because it's the smaller of the stack. Strider, I held on to Strider. I played this when I was a kid. It was a fantastic game. They, at the time, like, packed everything that they could into the chip on this game. And when you play, it has a lot of, like stuttering, not stuttering, but flashing, you know, where nothing really just kind of, you can just tell it's too much for the Genesis. They packed this game to the brim. It is a fun game, despite the fact that it does have that kind of glitching. And they also made a newer version of it free on the PlayStation Network. If it's still there, you may want to check, because you'd want to definitely get it before they take it off. And it actually reminds you of this game. So there is a little bit of that element from there in this. Even the bosses kind of remind you of the bosses. So definitely get this, and definitely get the PlayStation version, or they may even have it on Xbox. You should check. And it's for the newer generation consoles. Fantastic game. I loved it when I was a kid. The next one I got, this was towards the beginning of the month, was I got both Miss Pac-Man and Sonic 2. I'm a big fan of Miss Pac-Man. Every time I go to the arcade, I look for that Miss Pac-Man arcade machine, and I go play it. So this is in mint condition, so I held on to it. Same with this one here. This is in mint condition as well. It's only Sonic 2, but the lady literally bought these and they sat on a shelf for like 15 years, 20 years, or whatever it was. 20 years, something like that, even maybe longer than that. They are in mint condition. I mean, it doesn't get any newer than this on these. You know, I was really excited to pick them up. So, moving along. We have my NES that I've added to my NES collection. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, fantastic game. If you're into the Turtles, this is definitely one of the ones to pick up for the NES. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, and all of these are in really good condition. This game was fantastic. I played it when I was a kid, and I loved it to death, and it is by far just good memories. This and DuckTales are two really fun games that, even though they were kind of kid games, they're still amazing even to this day. The next game that I got was Kid Icarus. Fantastic game. I'm sure most of you should know about that game. River City Ransom. This is like Double Dragon with RPG elements where you can level up your guys and stuff like that. And it kind of has like a little bit of a story. And you got to wander around a little bit in different places. I was really excited to get this. I got this from a guy when I was doing a GameCube buy, believe it or not. Metroid. I played this when I was a kid. I beat it when I was a kid, and I have a date to play this game at some point in the near future. Fantastic game. This is the one that started it all for Metroid. Definitely a great game. And then I got Castlevania 2 and the original Castlevania. Now I got to find some sleeves because I'm trying to keep all my games in the plastic black sleeves. I'm sure I got a few of them sitting around. But that's what I got for the original Nintendo for my collection this month. Now we'll get into the Nintendo 64 games. This game is beat. It's got like, you know, like stickers and all that stuff, but I held on to it because I'm very sure I can get this thing looking almost new. Stickers can be taken off, and it's in. Other than that, I mean, it's not the label's not really like that damaged. It just needs a good cleaning, basically. And it's Bomberman Hero, and then Diddy Kong Racing, which is a lot like Mario Kart, but with Diddy Kong instead. And you should. If you like Mario Kart, it's fun. It's a great game. You should try it out. Everybody knows Super Mario 64. Believe it or not, I did not have this in my collection, so I had to add it. Love me some snowboarding, so I got 1080. I held on to this. 1080 snowboarding. I don't know why they make it a point to say 1080 here and 1080 there, but whatever. Held on to that. Super Smash Brothers. I got a decent copy of it. I didn't have it before. It came across my plate a few times, but I just didn't hold on to it, and this time I did. Glover. I looked at the reviews on this. It's a cheap game, only a couple bucks, but it seems like it's really fun. It's something that I would enjoy, so I held on to it. Donkey Kong 64. This is a fantastic condition game. I had the other one already, but I sold it, and I kept this one because it's in nicer condition. Kirby's The Crystal Shards. Oh yes, I remember this summer when this August when I got this one. It was guy brought out a stack of all the good games, Donkey Kong and all that, and this is the only one I got. And I was thankful just to get this, but I would have loved to have gotten my hands on the rest of that stack. Mario Golf. This one's got writing on it, but I know that this can be removed, and I plan on removing it other than that the cart is in great shape. And believe me, at some point I will clean that off. And then Banjo-Kazooie, which is supposed to be a really fantastic game. I never really was into 64 when it was around, so I'm kind of backtracking and getting to play these. Has a little bit of label damage, and I need to remove the sticker, but holding on to it until a better condition one comes along, because I know that game's a little bit more of a collectors seek it a little bit more. So I want to hold on to it so it doesn't get harder to get a hold of. Alright, for the original Xbox, we have Sphinx and the Curse of the Mummy. The artwork on this looks fantastic. It looks like it's more of a cartoon, and it just has some interesting gameplay from what I could see, and I decided to hold on to it. It looks like a fun game. And this game is on my list to play in the near future, which is Killswitch. If you like Spec Ops: The Line, this is very similar to that game. As a matter of fact, I would say the Spec Ops: The Line was probably inspired by this game. This game's got the stealth elements, third-party shooter, crawling and ducking under boxes and hiding and shooting over blind fire and all that other good stuff. It's a fantastic game. It's really not in that great of condition. I cleaned it up and it is by far playable. I may seek a better condition version of this later on. Alright, now we're getting into the PS2. We have Resident Evil Outbreak. We all know the Resident Evil games are fun and very collectible, so I managed to hold on to this one. And I also have Call of Duty, the big red one, which is wrapped and sealed, brand spanking new. I have all the Call of Duties except for the original one, and I know that they made it, I believe it was a DLC, and I just haven't gotten around to purchasing it yet because the price of DLC never, ever, 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 ever goes down, hardly ever. So I'm just kind of waiting, and when I get bored and have some extra cash, I'll snag that one. But I do have this one. I know there is another version of Call of Duty 2 as well that I'm looking for. Other than that, I have all of the other ones. And I will be getting the new one as well. Alright, so we're going to go into GameCube. I'll start with the loose ones. The only game that I have in here that I remember that I got this month would be Star Wars Rogue Leader. And it is in mint condition, the disc. I just need the case for it. It came in a buy that I got. It was actually sitting in the GameCube. So I was really happy to get that. And then just, I guess you guys will have to see what else is in this wallet when I do my actual Here Are My Game videos. I plan on doing those really soon. So make sure you stay tuned, because I'm going to do my collection and show you guys everything like that. I'm just saving it because we still got a lot of other stuff to show you guys this season. Alright, so let's get into the GameCube games. I'm going to actually flip the stack here and start here. I got Soul Calibur 2. Now, I had this as disc only, and I got the case, and the disc was kind of like mangled. So I sold the disc, and I put my beautiful pristine disc in there. So this is complete and in mint condition. So I was really happy when I got that. Sonic DX Adventure Director's Cut, Sonic Heroes, 1080 Avalanche. Love my snowboarding games, and I loved playing this on the GameCube. I am looking for the SSX games on the GameCube, and eventually I'll come across them at some point. Mario Power Tennis and Mario Strikers. Now this game I'm actually going to be playing sooner than later because it looks really cool. I mean, it's a soccer game, but you get all the turtle shells and all kinds of fun little Mario stuff twist thrown in there. I mean, it's a fantastic game. I'm sure at some point we'll see a new version of this. And then Mario Party 4, Mario Party 5, Mario Party 6, Mario Party 7, and Super Monkey Ball 2, and Sonic Mega Collection, which has all of the Sonic's original on there. I don't know if I necessarily want to keep this. I may. Yeah, actually, I've decided I'm keeping this because I got to have all the Sonic stuff. This game, Teen Titans, I heard was really good. It's got fantastic reviews. I didn't really even know about it, but once I got a hold of it, I usually look up games that I don't know just to see if they're worth holding on to, and this one absolutely was. We have Wario World, and this is actually cool because you get to be Wario, and there's some mini games and all that other stuff in there. So definitely worth holding on to. And then let's see here, True Crime: Streets of LA. I was iffy on this one, but the disc is mint. And if I'm going to find a GameCube game with a mint disc, I'm going to hold on to it because, believe me, GameCube games take more abuse than any other system that is out there. I've seen it. And then Wind Waker, but you guys are going to say, but wait, you already had that. Yes, I did. This is actually a mint disc, so I got this and I sold the other one, and I broke fairly even, but I got a free upgrade. The other one I had just had a few minute scratches on it, but this one is mint. And then the game that I was really excited about was Luigi's Mansion, and I got this in River City Ransom on a buy for a GameCube, so I got two really good games that I was really excited about at the same time. And this is fantastic, guys. If you got a GameCube, this is one of the games to play. Alright, so that's it for GameCube. Let's move on to Wii. Chicken Blaster. Come on, guys, look at the case. Look at the cover. I don't care if this is a terrible game or not. This has to go into my collection. And it's complete with manual, and it's in fantastic condition. And it looks like you're shooting eggs at stuff. It's like a shooter, like a, you know, like a shooting range kind of game, I guess. I don't know, but I haven't tried it, but I will. I will probably do a Let's Play on this just so you guys can see how awesome this game probably is not. But hey, it's in my collection. And for the Wii, I was really excited to get this. The cardboard case is alright. It's not in the best of condition, but it is Super Mario All-Stars, and I got a fantastic price on it. You can't pass up this price kind of deal because these things retail for about 60, 70 bucks, and I paid 20 for it. It is a mint disc, and you know, it was a very big disappointment when they remade this because they didn't do anything but just take the remakes and throw it in here. So yeah, no big deal though. Very happy to add this to my collection. I just didn't want to pay so much for it because it was so expensive, and I got it just at a fantastic deal. Alright, now the next game that I got, let's go into the Xbox 360 games. We have Platinum Hits, not Platinum Hits, what am I saying? Perfect Dark Zero. Yeah, I made a mistake, a blooper. Perfect Dark Zero. I heard this game was really good. I watched the reviews on it, and I definitely decided that this was one to pick up, so I did. I don't remember where I got this. I think I actually bought this at GameStop. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really remember. And then Lost Odyssey. This game's supposed to be really good as well. It's an RPG game with a really fantastic story. Had to hold on to this. They're both of those are Xbox exclusives. I picked up Payday 2. I already have this for the PS3. But I have some people who are playing this and I want to play with them, so I held on to this when it came across my plate. And then Bejeweled 3, they have this on the PS3, but I'm so not excited about this game that I'm just going to keep it, especially because I paid like $1 more than what it's worth anyways, and I'm totally cool with playing it on the Xbox 360, so this isn't one I'm going to be swapping out. Alright guys, so moving on to PlayStation 3 games, let me go ahead and grab the stack. We'll start at the bottom. This game, I looked up and the reviews were pretty good. It was listed as a hidden gem, and that is Singularity. I don't really remember too much of it. I just grabbed it because it was on my list, and I actually bought it today. So I can't really tell you too much about it other than I thought it was pretty cool from the reviews I saw. Next game I got was Brutal Legends. Now this is a pretty cool rocker game where you fight demons, and it's got Blackjack narrating, and it's got a heavy metal soundtrack, and it's just a totally cool little story. So definitely seems like something cool, so I grabbed it, and I think I paid less than $10 for it. I think I paid like $5 as a matter of fact. Space Marine, I'm still working on taking the sticker off. I haven't processed this stack. I always pull the stickers off before I integrate them in because GameStop stickers are terrible. But anyways, so I got Space Marine, and this is supposed to be a really cool little story, pretty cool little game, and it's listed as a hidden gem. You guys may want to check it out. Sniper Elite. And this is the the Silver Star Edition, which has all of the DLC. I already have Sniper Elite for the PS3, and it's somewhere up here, but I'm going to pull it and sell it and replace it with this one because it has all the DLC and all that fantastic stuff. The next thing that I got is Unreal Tournament 3. This missed my list. I didn't really think about looking and grabbing this game until I found it brand new sealed for the Xbox 360. And I looked at it and I decided, well, I'll sell the 360 version and I'll keep this. So I ordered that actually from eBay. This game is Blur, and if you're into racing, this is a fantastic game. You should get it. It has kind of like Need for Speed mixed with Mario Kart. You're driving around and the environments are really cool, and it's just got some really good gameplay. Check it out, guys. Alright, and 3D Dot Heroes. If you like Zelda, this is a love story to that game and some of the other games of that type. It is like Zelda, except it's just little pixels. And the game, they say the game just should have been renamed something else, but it's actually a really fantastic game. And I only paid $11 for it, so you guys may want to check this out if you have PS3 still, and grab it. Next one is White Knight Chronicles 2. I was actually just going to grab part 1, and I saw this, and it has the digital version remastered of part 1 on it. So I grabbed that, and it was 2 games for 1 that were already on my list anyways, and it was remastered with some better controls apparently. This has a fantastic story and will keep you busy for quite a while, and I paid $16 for it. I can only say that because, you know, the sticker's still on it, and I bought it at GameStop. So, anyways, the next one is Mirror's Edge. It's a first-person perspective where you're running and like kind of jumping over buildings and all that stuff, and it won a lot of awards. People were really all about this game, and I know that they're coming out with a new version for the next gen, so I decided to grab this and check it out and play it before the new one comes out, which probably won't happen. I'll probably have both of them and haven't even played either one of them. But you know what? Hey, that's the way game collecting goes. The next game, this is Binary Domain, and it just looks really cool. It's a third-person shooter where you're running around and you're fighting giant robots and stuff like that. And it's listed as a hidden gem. You should definitely check it out. I think Metal Jesus actually recommended this one. The next one, let's see here, down to the good ones. Dragon's Crown. This was just given to us on the PlayStation Network for the PlayStation 3. If you have it, you can get it for free. I would definitely jump in there and download it before it's too late because it's actually a fantastic game. I played it and liked it so much, and I couldn't believe that it wasn't on my list, so I ordered it from eBay and got a really good deal on it. If you are ever into, if you like wizards and you know, Golden Axe type kind of games, I don't think you get to ride stuff, but it's along that lines. You're running around with your sword and hacking, slashing, leveling up your guy. It's really, really cool. I was very excited to get this, and I'll be playing it soon. Probably do a little footage for you guys at some point. The next game that I got was the Metal Gear Solid Limited Edition. Now, I already have that game, and where is it? Right here. I have the one that has like everything, all of them, including this game, but the collector in me had to keep it because it's got a limited edition and the Blu-rays in there and the game and some extra stuff, so I just had to hold on to this. So I'll be integrating this and holding on to this too because it was just cool to come across it out in the wild. And the next game that I got was Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, and I got the steel case version of it. Unfortunately, it does not have the book, but that's okay because if I just go into GameStop and I remember to ask for a book, they'll just give me one, which is really cool. I have all the Final Fantasies. I have them here. Well, not all of them. I'm backtracking on retro. I don't have to have every single Final Fantasy ever, but I would like to have the best versions of all of the ones that have been released. So I was really happy to get this, and I got a good deal for what it was with the Steelbook. And let's see. What else do we have here? We have Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. This is a little bit different than what you're used to when you're playing Ninja Gaiden. It's got a little bit more of a cartoony effect. Got some pretty decent reviews. And I had to have it because I have all the other Ninja Gaidens. So I'm looking forward to actually playing this. And next we have, let's see here, for the PlayStation 4. Battlefield 4. Now, I definitely would never pay $60 for this game. I would not pay $40 for this game. And it's not because it's a terrible game. A lot of people like this game and the Battlefield series, but I just don't do well on multiplayer. I get my butt kicked and it just stops being fun after a while. You get on there and those guys are just really good and they just stomp you, and you don't get any, like, you work so hard and you barely get any kills, and you have to keep playing this game all the time, and I don't have time to get good at this game. So I decided $20 brand new sealed, though. I would definitely grab it so I can jump on and occasionally play with my friends. And plus, you know, there is an actual campaign that I will be playing as well. But most people skip the campaign and just go straight to multiplayer. The next game that I got was Diablo Reaper of Souls. And I beat this originally on PlayStation 3. and I really enjoyed it, and my friends and I are going back through and playing it again, although they're so addicted that they've already beaten the game and left me behind, so I'll be playing it again by myself. If you like Diablo, it's definitely a good game. People say that it's a lot more fun to play in console because the controls are just a little bit better and you don't have to click a bajillion times. Then again, there are people who will definitely argue, but I'm just saying that's what I've heard. I enjoy it. It's a fun game. I definitely recommend you pick it up. Plus, it has the DLC, which I haven't played, so I still have some story I haven't seen in this game. I was really happy to pick this up. And lastly, Metro Redo. Now, I had this, and I heard it was a fantastic game, and I got it for the 360. I had Metro 2033, and I had Last Light for the PlayStation 3, but I didn't like they were split among the consoles, so I picked this up. I'm halfway through 2033, and there's some stuff I don't really like about it. It kind of feels dated to me, but I'll play through the first one just so I can get to the Last Light, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better. But I have to say I'm not like overly impressed, but I'll push on through. And lastly, you guys know that I picked up the Hot Seat Racer, and I'll put that in a video box for you guys so you can see that probably showing up somewhere. I have all of the Need for Speeds, and that game, the game seat Hot Seat works wonderfully with the Need for Speed games. There are some other games that are not compatible, and it is compatible with PC as well. It is definitely the only way that I'm going to play the racing games that are compatible with it. It does take it to a whole new level. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait till my little boy gets home so he can play on it too. So my little boy's on vacation, by the way, with my wife, and I did not get to go. So instead, I'm just home collecting video games. Anyways. And then lastly, I got the Star Wars Xbox 360 Kinect. And right now it's not in the box. I have it sitting over there with my other consoles. And the hardest part I'm having now, first it was a debate as to whether or not to keep it, but then I thought, you know what, I'm never going to get another one of these, and it is definitely a collector's item, especially because I have the box and everything to complete it. I guess I need to find Star Wars for Kinect though, because I definitely don't have that. But now it's not a debate as to whether to keep it, it's a debate as to whether I'll use it as my primary Xbox and enjoy it, or stick it in the box and stick it on a shelf and let it sit there pretty and be amazing forever and never break. So, anyways, I was really happy to pick this up. They retail for about $250 to $300 depending on, you know, the day and the time. And I got it for like $160. And I think I paid like $160, and then I got Mario All-Star, so I got both of these for $160. So technically I think I got it for like $140 if my memory serves me right. It was a good deal. I got it at a pawn shop. The guy behind the counter is like super cool, and if he ever watches my videos, I wanted to thank him. Other than that, that's what I got this month. I really hope you guys enjoy my videos. If you do, please give me a thumbs up because it lets me know you guys like the video, and if you have not already subscribed, you should definitely do so. Because I have a lot of other really cool stuff coming down the line. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video, and take care.